Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing an important subject that is often misunderstood and oversimplified. When people think of Qatar's role in Gaza, the first thought is usually financial aid, large donations, or reconstruction funds. But the reality is far more layered, with Qatar's involvement extending into diplomacy, humanitarian action, cultural influence, and strategic mediation. To understand the full picture, we can look at Qatar's role, as if we were reviewing something with its exterior, interior performance, safety elements, unique qualities, the cost it bears, and the conclusion of its long-term impact. On the exterior level, Qatar stands out in the international arena as a small but influential state that places Gaza consistently on the world's agenda. It uses its diplomatic connections to open channels that very few others can, hosting peace talks, keeping doors open both to Hamas and to Western capitals, and acting as a bridge in moments of heightened conflict are all part of this exterior layer. In visible terms, Qatar presents itself to the world not only as a wealthy Gulf country, but as a humanitarian and political actor committed to ensuring that the plight of Palestinians is not forgotten. This image is carefully maintained, and it allows Qatar to wield influence disproportionate to its size. Inside Gaza itself, the interior impact of Qatar's support is far more tangible. Beyond transferring money, Qatar directly funds schools, hospitals, roads, and housing projects. Families who lost homes in wars have been able to rebuild because of this involvement. Hospitals receive medicine and essential supplies, and fuel for power plants is regularly provided through Qatari channels. Even scholarships for students and cultural programs supported by Qatar give hope and opportunity to younger generations in Gaza who otherwise feel cut off from the world. This interior layer may seem modest in description, but its effect on daily life is profound, making Qatar's presence something residents experience directly. When we look at performance, Qatar has proven to be consistent where others often falter. Many international donors announce support during crises, but reduce their role when global attention shifts elsewhere. Qatar, however, has managed to maintain an ongoing presence, negotiating even with Israel to ensure that aid flows through. Its performance as a mediator has been particularly effective in prisoner exchanges and ceasefire arrangements. Both Hamas and Israel deal with Qatar not out of preference but out of recognition that Qatar can deliver results where others fail. This reliability gives Qatar a strong record of performance in one of the most complex conflicts in the world. Safety is another dimension where Qatar plays a unique role. Its aid is structured not only to provide immediate relief, but also to prevent instability from spiraling out of control. By funding salaries of civil servants, supporting food distribution, and ensuring fuel supply, Qatar creates a safety net that reduces the risk of humanitarian collapse. This stabilizing effect lowers the likelihood of further chaos, unrest, or desperation-driven violence in Gaza. On a broader level, it also provides regional safety by preventing an already volatile situation from spreading instability to neighboring areas. For Qatar, ensuring that Gaza does not fall into total collapse is as much about humanitarian duty as it is about regional security. One of Qatar's unique qualities lies in its ability to balance relationships that appear contradictory. Hosting Hamas leaders while simultaneously maintaining strong ties with Washington and even Tel Aviv gives Qatar a credibility and reach that few others possess. It is this dual position that enables Qatar to act as a mediator with influence on all sides. Another unique point is its use of soft power, particularly through media platforms like Al Jazeera, which amplify Palestinian voices globally and keep Gaza's struggles in international headlines. Like other states that rely solely on hard diplomacy, Qatar blends financial aid, cultural influence, and political mediation into one package that makes its role irreplaceable. As for the price, Qatar pays heavily not only in financial terms but also politically. Billions of dollars have gone into reconstruction and humanitarian projects. And yet, Qatar faces accusations of enabling militant groups by supporting Gaza. The diplomatic cost of its involvement is significant, as it must constantly defend its role to critics in the West and in the region. However, Qatar views this as an investment that secures it global prestige, diplomatic leverage, and a seat at the table in conversations that shape Middle Eastern politics. For a small country, that influence is a return on investment that outweighs the financial and political costs. In the end, Qatar's support for Gaza cannot be defined as simply financial aid. It is a layered involvement that spans the international exterior, the local interior. Consistent performance, safety stabilizers, and unique balancing powers, all at a price that Qatar seems willing to pay. Its efforts ensure that Gaza is not left abandoned, and they grant Qatar a respected position on the global stage. For Gaza's people, this support means a lifeline of hope and survival beyond numbers and dollars. For Qatar, it is the combination of humanitarian duty and strategic ambition that defines its role. This broader view helps us understand how Qatar supports Gaza in ways that go far beyond money, making its contribution one of the most distinctive in the region.